Oh, horrible science goes on down here beneath the warehouse. I'm more inclined to accept something like this being hidden beneath a warehouse than I am to accept whatever the fuck was going on beneath the Daily Bugle. Or even the sewers, which, while they mostly were sewers, add some weirdness all their own occur. I can't climb that specific wall, they've made it of not anti-spider material. Or they have made it of anti-spider material. We're under the sea.
Underwater, electrified floors and walls, and deadly turrets pointing straight at me.
There's Buffinger Strunt turrets.
Better and better.
I warned you about him. I can punch him though. Right. Now you may have thought the turrets would stop me, but what you've forgotten is that I am the most spider of all men. Down there is lightning all along the tunnel, so you can't avoid dealing with them. For a moment I did wonder, but then I realised, why would it give me that way out now? Oh, there's another one there. That's why. That's why I can't reach.
Hey, you could put someone's eye out with that.
That's why you can't reach under the sea now. Undersea tunnels. A seal's going to go along soon and be like, "Ooh, friend." Always the best bit. When you can go in the tunnel at the aquarium. There's just a bunch of fish floating over your face. Going, ooh, fishing about. Fun fish for you to look at. But there's none here, only evil science. The presence of evil science has scared off all of the fish. Woe is us. Curses and terrible everything. Right, but here's a fact for you, because I know you like those. Fact number one. Wow! Alright, and then fact number two is stop it. Now there's a significance to the order of that. I want you to try and work it out if you can. While I blow up your expensive equipment. You knocked me down. You knocked me down to the bit where I die. That is the function of turrets at the end of the day, isn't it? And they certainly served that purpose.
Ooh, what a rush!
Well, you're rushing to an early grave at this rate, Spider-Man, because you're falling out of the science.
You gotta be kidding.
You know science, don't you? Surely you can science the world away. Make it leave. A certain amount of science can make any number of turrets vanish. If I can say it the first time. Just sort of looked up at it and was like, "Poof! How dare you, boof! Go away, cheeky boofs! Cheeky boofs!"
Hey, you could put someone's eye out with that.
Oh, you can see health pickups through the floor because it's the PS1.
I'm already at full health.
The jank is useful for seeing things sometimes, but then it's not, and then you have to cry. You have to cry about that because of all of the sins trespassed against you. Oh, for it to stop for just a moment. Just a moment of trespass stopping. Consider it, won't you? The possibilities. If there were no trespasses, we'd have more time for baking, for knitting, fun things. I could have so many tea cozies if you'd stop trespassing against me. Okay. Okay, that resolved itself in my favour. Thankfully, there's a button. Push. I beg your fucking pardon. Did I... Did I see that correctly, that it wants me to... Surely not. Perhaps? I feel like it said go all the way back. There's a door we've opened for you. Yeah, I can. It didn't... For a second it looked like I couldn't, but I can. Well, I'm gonna go investigate that now. Was that a hidden bonus that I can have? Is it like, here's a bonus for you, we know that you like those? Because we sort of hid the switch from you? There is another door. Don't die. I'll be sad if you do that. I'll be sad if you do that once I've got fun prizes now. Because it's not like that switch was really all that hidden. I must have pressed it before. I don't remember this strictly. Maybe that's just me having a bad memory. There's just a comic book in here, some little helpful prizes. The problem I'm having now is that there's nothing hugely memorable in this room. So even if I have been here before, I've no real reason to have retained that information. So I don't know. I must admit, that angle felt weirdly familiar, to be honest. I don't know what, if anything, that proves. But for whatever it's worth, I just had this sudden feeling of deja vu coming out that door.
I'm already at full health.
But there you go, we've cleared out the corridor, and now the bonus of Kent can happen. Just like you were afraid it would. Could the world stop disappearing to my left? It's very disconcerting to be reminded that this is all an illusion. I've had problems with that recently. I'm talking about Mysterio, incidentally. I've not had a breakdown. I've just sort of been pushed over by a laser now. Now, if you had zapped me out of the sky, I would have had to arrest you. Because that really is the naughtiest crime. Don't be a Skyzap bastard and let me through your door. That's the one I want. Is there a web cartridge in front of the button? I don't need to press that anymore, we got your comic book. Ha!
Okay, quit shooting the lasers.
Oh. Stop. What are you swinging to? Okay, that's possibly the most awkward way you could have done that. I'll approach from the sneaky. Maybe I can avoid fights with laser guns. Yes. Haha. I've escaped. You'll never find me again. I'm in the corridor of lights now. And I can't be defeated. I've gotten there. Stopping the fog. Well, we do have to stop the fog. That's the thing. It's easy to forget sometimes. Because it's real inconsistent about where it is and we're not really sure what it does, but there has been evil fog this whole time. And we're going to make it not. This obviously is the fog room. Where fog? There's some spider armour up there. Just letting you know where we keep that. Oh, it's the splodge room, where they splodge. Oh, let's try and get some little scooch. Little scooch. Right, we've got some armour now to fight you with. I want this. Ow. Security control. Going into the security control. Because the door's flashing.
Spider-Man!
It's you!
So happy to see you.
This is the hospital!
Black Cat, what are you doing? Who's behind? What's going on here?
Your guess is as good as
This is a
mine.
hospital now, Spider-Man, under the water. This is what they look like. For-profit healthcare has turned hospitals
But how?
into symbiote factories underwater. They put the lasers there. And that's bad. Thus concludes my satire. Port room's locked. I'm gonna push a button.
Controls will unlock some of these doors.
There we go. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the whole thing now. I'm gonna stop it from turning upside down where it doesn't want to be. Whoa! Okay, that's not quite where I was aiming, but whoa! Ah! That's not where I was standing.
If I read this right,
The port
this
status is
panel
normal.
controls the exhaust ports.
That's your button.
DJing the exhaust ports without stopping the flow of fog.
If you push it, the Keepaway fog will be stopped out. Alright? Stop fog! Oh, there's fog leaks. Oh, the resultant pressure has caused the fog to make ruptures in the machine. Are you sure you've thought through the full extent of this? You do seem to rather be blowing up the underwater facility you're currently in. And while this will, I'm sure, stop the fog, I feel like it'll stop a few other things besides. Okay. Railings have no agency over you, I see. That's the technology! That's the place, that's the one from the cutscene! They put technology where it lives!
Almost.
So this machine,
Ready to blow.
which we invented for the good of... I don't think it was ever explained what this was supposed to... Like, what did he pitch this as? I've made a machine that makes completely innocent fog that does nothing bad. And people were like, oh cool, I'll give you £1 million. £1 million American pounds for you and your invention to make fog that I like, thanks. And he was like, ha ha ha, you idiots, it's evil fog. And they were like, what? And he was like, nah, nothing. Don't worry about it. Goop us on a ledge. Goop off. Keep away. Little squoofy drop. He squoofed off down into the abyss. It's only health back there. For if you've been fighting an excessive number of goopuses. Which I hadn't. So it's not necessary for me. Oh no, I've blown up machines. Yay! Black Cat is freed. Oh!
Yes, that
To
does it.
leap away.
Thanks.
And somehow end up here.
It worked.
Hey,
You
what
have
else
saved
is
me from
Spider-Man for?
science.
You go and get some help, Cat. I'll find out.
I'm glad about that.
You got it. I'll be back.
Is it supposed to be lost on me how much the camera is focusing on that woman's arse in this children's game? I see you. It's ages 11 and up, this one, which I guess was a rating. I don't know why they decided specific. I guess they put the bum in. They put the bum in just to raise the number. That's what we want in our games industry, higher bum numbers. Ha ha ha. Now only an 11-year-old can see the game. Otherwise their eyes will freeze. I don't think that's true. I don't think it ever happened to me for a start. Oh, evil scientists! Or an evil scientist and a symbiote that we
No one can control the symbiotes. No
yeah, maybe they're going to do a fun reveal. We've already been told who it is. It's Carnage.
Ock.
We will work as one.
Venom was just like, I happen to know for a fact.
The skills that my technology will give them. Symbiosis is the only
I'm doing evil science under the water.
a perfect world order.
And I'm an octopus as well.
Cannot share my
Look at
vision
that.
will be crushed by it.
The future of Venom, I'm going to blap at you. I'm here underwater now to take away your hospital and ruin all of your smoke-based plans, my child. Dad, why do you talk like that?
Alone at last.
Let us end this.
Well,
man.
that was decidedly odd. I'll fight you now with my limbs.
You will never get past my
Oh, I've got to have an octopus fight.
He's right.
Sometimes you gotta have an octopus fight. There's not always anything you can do about it. Oh, get away from him. I've turned on something that seems to have hurt me. I'm just gotta I'm behind my electric shield, which for some reason I've given you the ability to deactivate. So what I don't want to do, seemingly, is stand directly in front of the button when I web it.
It's working. One more should do it.
Because then he gets the realisation that I will be cut in half by a wall of lasers. Ow! Aha! I have deactivated you.
Uh-oh. Looks like this
Why did I set it up to work like this? Why did I give anyone on the outside the ability to deactivate the shield? I'm bad at design. This is what I am realizing. I am also German.
I'm already at full health.
In case you had forgotten. Well, how do I get to you, though? Oh, I can jump over, and also touching it doesn't seem to hurt me. Oh, Kirsten. Kirsten, worst. Not worst as in the German sausage, but worst as in just absolutely terrible. More so than just about any other. Any other what? You don't need to know. You just need to punch Dr. Otto Octavius until he stops doing science. Oh, I'm standing up on my leggies now. You'll never defeat me. Oh. This is my serious octopus fight voice. Why does it sound like that? Well, I believe the answer begins with acknowledging that I have created something called the Serious Octopus Fight Voice. Once you understand that, I believe you are equipped to decipher pretty much every other aspect of what I have just said. The real answer comes from having a victory celebration, because I've got so many arms. You're poking me a lot in succession, and I really just want your button to descend, so that I can punch you once more. Right, here we go. Wars. Why do your tentacles get sucked up when you activate all of the shields? It creates an electromagnet above me that sucks me arms into the ceiling. I'm German. He did a little slappy can he's doing. I'm an evil scientist. I will kill you now with all my metal arms. Yes. No. I feel like there's more efficient ways you could be attacking me with the equipment that you've got. Well, you know, this is all usable data for my next shield experiment, where I make my next shield. I'm unconscious, though, so it's going to have to wait for a bit. What a silly way to beat an octopus! Right. It's worked out that we're at about the length of an episode. We've beaten an octopus, but oh, will that be the end? Clearly not. We've got to fight Carnage as well. I guess Venom didn't do a great job. But you must tune in for it to see it happen. Oh, we could expect more twists and turns after fighting an octopus, to be sure. I've always said that, and if you think I haven't, then you're wrong. Why put the K in Doc Ock? That's just flat out not how you spell octopus. Why abbreviate it as such? Questions for next time. Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man.